Yeah, I wanted to give a little shout out to the North family. May God be with you during these troubled times. Our hearts and prayers go out to you. It was a big blow that a very gifted and talented actor and martial artist Chuck Norris. I was a big fan. He's deeply going to be missed by the fans. I mean, he was my idol growing up. All the years of watching, man, you almost feel like a good friend of yours is gone. So I couldn't imagine for family. Man, my heart really goes out to him, and it's just a devastating blow. We love Chucky, man, and God be rest in peace and be with you, brother. Um, but with that being said, I was cleaning up the shop today, and I got some legs cut. I want to get probably try to get these screwed down today. I got another board to cut. Hopefully, I got this thing where you can see it. All right, I got to make some more room here. I got to actually that. I think you can see pretty good. Okay, but yeah, I got the legs here. I got the legs down there. I believe this is the other leg over here. I'm not sure. Hold on. Nope, that ain't it. One of these, hopefully I didn't put away because I had one of them already cut, ready to go. That ain't it. Well, I'm missing one of the legs. Anyway, yeah. They all should have been here. I know I got to cut this one. So I was going to do this on the inside with this cut. And then I'll have to have another one. I thought I had the other leg. I thought I had all four the other legs. I thought I just had to cut one, but apparently now. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm trying to find the other leg. Yeah, that's kind of odd. Weird. But anyway, tattoo. I got 2x4s. I bought some because I needed to make the brace under there yet, which I'm going to do, and I wanted to get these legs at least fastened on, and you can see that, and we'll try to bring it down here so you can see what we're doing. Everybody's screwing a screw. We'll pre-drill. I'm going to kind of put 3 in at a dangle area. That'll still give us stability, and then want to screw this in. We'll probably do the same thing here, is I'll pre-drill the holes in there, and then we'll drive them in the dangler. You can do them. You don't have to. Any way's comfortable for you to screw them in. I would always pre-drill because, like I said, there's always a chance of cracking wood. Wood is expensive today. You can't afford to mess up all your wood and get yourself where you're out of wood, and that's no good. So do it what makes you comfortable. There's more than one way. Like they say, there's more than one way to skin a goose. So you can put 4 in, you can put 5 in if you want it. You could put 2 here, 2 there. I mean, however you feel comfortable, however you want to do it. My pop always said, there's never enough screws. Put some extra in. So, but we'll get this screwed down. I have my drill here. I got my box of screws. I bought 2 different sizes. I think I bought these are probably the 2-inch. Which I can see it says that anyway, but let's, yeah, I believe those are the 2-inch. Let's see what we're looking at here. And what size are these? Inch or 5/8. So we'll probably countersink these a bit, and because I got the countersink drill anyway, and we'll drive those in. You guys can watch. I have a hole here. I think I started one. We'll go ahead and screw this down, the first one, because I already have the hole here and everything ready to go, so why not? Another good way which I should have done. And I was just trying to get this done, but you can take a clamp and whatever side you're on or you're doing, just put a clamp on it. It'll hold your board in place. That way when you screw it in, your board don't go forward like it did on me. So you could just basically put another screw in, pre-drill your hole, of course. Put one here. A little bit in the way of the clamp, so you just got to keep an eye on that. You can actually take this off and move it over so it's out of your way. Move your clamp over. And you can see where the hole is. Clamp that down. Put your bit back on. I switch off because I don't. I could get the other drill out, but it's pointless. That's pretty solid there. Get that centered. And we're gonna, like I said, I'm probably gonna put a board in here to help with support. Probably put one here this will be here, so I'll probably have, what we'll do is we'll put a support from here to there and screw that down onto that leg, and that will support that. And then we'll have a support from there to there. Because the leg will be here, so I think it'll be all right here. I don't think I'll have a problem. If we have to, we can put a board in it. It doesn't matter. You can strengthen it how you want, add braces to what you want. It's all what you're comfortable with. I just do things the way I do them, and they work out. But do it how it makes you comfortable. Because you're the one doing the project. It's your project, you're the one doing it. Alright, then you want to pre-drill your hole. I countersink them that way. They're, you know, I ain't gonna. That way, extra room for the screw to go in. Because I only got 2-inch screws, and if you flushed it, not much to grab. You countersink it, your screws, you know, you got a lot more wood and meat to grab onto. You don't want to be short, then your stuff's not strong, and then here it is. That should be pretty solid. Something like that's a little off there, but it should be all right once I strengthen all this. Then you want to clamp this and do the same thing. Like that. Let's just move the clamp. Probably put it here. Tap that over. Make sure that's where you want it. The boards ain't always the straightest either. When you get them from the lumber yard, you don't always get the straightest wood, but once you sure it up and all that, it ends up coming out okay. Oh, that moved on us. We don't want that. I'll push that back. If we get it screwed in there, it should stay. But if not, like I said, I'm going to put a brace in that from one side. This will have a board here, a board there, so it'll brace it here and brace it there. I should be all right. I shouldn't need a brace over there. I think I'll be all right. I want that moving. Like I said, that brace will screw into there. So I'll figure out how it'll come right under here. It's because my floor's unlevel. That's the whole problem with this shop. Yeah, we don't want that, huh? I said, we're probably going to have to brace that to get it to set there. Once I screw it down, we'll screw it from here to this board here. I'll screw it in down there, and we'll screw it into this. I'll just bring the drill in the back of this and screw it down. So now I got a splinter, it looks like, in my hand. Another thing, when you're working with wood, probably a good idea to wear gloves. I get a lot of splinters. Yeah, I'm tired of getting splinters. Alright, so let's put another screw in. I'm not worried about it until I grab the wood, but I have to get that splinter out. That thing hurts. Let's do another, pre-drill another hole. Put one right here. Hopefully that'll hold that still for now, and then I'll just, once I get the other leg in, we'll put the leg in, and try to hurry this up. I don't want to bore you on this stuff the screws in, and I don't know if you guys can see that. See if I can drop this down a little bit. Drop this down a little bit here, get a better idea what I'm doing. Okay, let's clamp that, clamp that, clamp that. Whoa. Oh, sorry guys. Had a little oops-a-dent here. Alright. So you guys can kind of see the screws. I don't know if you can see it in the front part here. Right here, see they're dangle. That's how I usually try to do them. And sometimes I'll change it up. I'll have 4 in there. I mean, it's whatever, however you want to do it. Like I said, it's your project. You do it how you need to do it. And I screw that in. There you go. All right. There's always more than one way to do something. You do what makes you comfortable. So that should be good. Solid there. Like I said, this ain't gonna sit still till I brace it. What I might do is I'll probably screw it in here, the angler. Or actually, since it's gonna be on the, I'll probably put 2 in it and side by side, because it's gonna be facing, it'll be facing this way. You ain't got as much board. So probably 2, or you could even put 3 in if you want to hold it. I would do 3. You can get away with 2. I think 2 would be fine as well. So whatever, like I said, it's your project. Whatever you're comfortable with, do it how it makes you comfortable. It's your project. You're the one building it. Okay, here we go. Get this screwed in. We'll see where we're at. Can I get them all in? Oh, apparently I got them all. Okay. Did we get all them in the way we wanted? Yeah, it looks like we're good and solid there. I got to cut this board here because it's not the right length. That's a horrible place to get a splinter. Let's get this board cut, and let me get some pencils out here. I don't got none in my pocket. Let's see if we got any laying around here. No, I do not. So I will run inside and see if I got a pencil handy. Give me 1 second. I usually have pencils in my, you know what, we got a pen here, let's do that. Let's just get this evened out here. So really. All right, so we'll go here to the table saw. We'll cut that down. Like I said, when you cut the board, we'll move some of this. Put this back over here. Need to get this bench done so I can get this stuff cleaned up and back over on the other bench. I don't know if you can see it. So this line here that we put on here, this line right here, you want to cut, and depending on now if your board's reversed, always remember you always want to cut above it, because if you cut on it, that blade is a 1/16 of an inch. Like I said, you're going to offcut. Measure a couple times, make sure your mark's right. Measure 3 times you need to. You only want to cut once. And like I said, today's prices, wood is not cheap. I know 2x4s went down a little bit, but not very much. They're still up there a little bit, but you don't want to waste too much, because like we said, money today don't grow on trees. We can't afford to just throw money away. So you definitely want to be careful these days. So you want to cut above that line. Even if you're a little bit above it, it's not going to hurt anything. Sometimes you'll cut right on. So my markings apparently weren't perfect, but we're where we need to see where we're at here. Okay, so there's that leg, and we're pretty on the money. This was done, so we take the clamp off. Pretty solid. Once we put a board here and a board here, it'll be all right. So let's I'm going to try to keep it out of the way of the drill here. That's pretty good there. All right, so can we get our drill in there? Should be able to. Put one there. Put one here. Put one about there. There's the dangler, one I usually do. Like I said, you do it what makes you comfortable. You want, you know, yeah, drop my screw. If you want 4, you could even, if you want 3 there and, you know, 3 there. I mean, it's depending on how you, I mean, like I said, it's your project, whatever's comfortable for you and whatever you like to do. I mean, there's no way better way of doing anything. You just do it the way you see fit. And most times it'll work out. Like I said, that's pretty solid. So I mean, it'll hold it in place. And then once you get your beams in, your support beam, to deal with that. Weird. Okay. Like they didn't finish the motor. Do that right. There it is. All right, we got the 2 legs on. We're making progress today, y'all. It's going to be a longer video, one of the longer ones. We're at 20 minutes, so like I said, I wanted to get some more stuff and content and videos out for you all to watch, so you're not watching the same videos I'm boring you to sleep or anything. Wouldn't want to do that. I just want it to be interesting. And you know, God says to pay forward your treasures, talents, and all that. You know, so I'm trying to show you what I've learned and what I'm able to do, and pass it on. So I mean, if you're a beginner, I know there's professionals out there I'm not a professional, I'm not a master worker, but I get the job done. I do what I got to do to get it done. So, and everything usually works out. So with that being said, I just am trying to pass on the gift, you know. I believe the Lord gives us all gifts and expects us to share them, you know. So, alrighty. So that leg's in. Looks solid. Probably cut a piece. It'll go from here. We'll layer it down here and we'll connect this. We'll screw it in here and screw it in here. I'll probably put 3 inch across because it's a cross member pretty much. You got the wideness of the 2x4 where you can do it the way you need to do it. But it'll hold. I've done it this way too. It'll be strong. So yeah, so let's start on this end. Get this screwed down. I'll move this over so you guys can see what we're doing. We'll need the drill. We need the screws. This is a lot we've gotten done already. I mean, I've been waiting to get to this part because I want to start getting the OSB on, and then the vinyl over the top and the laminate for the front part. So I got to get them braces too. I'm trying to lower it down. I don't know if you'll be able to see in there exactly what I'm doing, but I'll try to lower the camera down there. I'm going to have to move some of this stuff out though. I'll probably do that ahead of time. I don't want to bore you with none of that. Just moving stuff out of the way, have it ready to go. We'll get under there and I'll start putting in the brace. Those will be screwed down from probably the center, which I'm hoping, and it should lift this up to more level. And if that does, like I said, we're going to lay the other OSB just right over it. And everything will match up really good. I already had it on there and everything will look pretty good. So, yep. So let's get this drilled out and try to get this other leg in, and we'll get a 2x4 out. I'll get that cut down. We'll get that last leg done. And then we'll be able to start talking about laying the OSB and the braces first. And once we get the braces on, we're, you know, smooth sailing. So wow, that was hard to cut. Probably hit a knot. Well, it's part of a knot, so yeah, that can be hard. Yeah, that's a knot. That's what that was. Sometimes you can get some knots that are pretty hard and pain in the butt to deal with. But I think I got it enough to get it screwed down. So switch this chuck over, or this bit over, and that's there. And over. I don't know if you guys can see. I wish I'm thinking about a remote that I could zoom in where you guys can actually see what I'm doing, because I'm actually behind this. All I'm basically doing is the dangler holes. We're pre-drilling them, countersinking them, and then, you know, the dangler. That's the way I do it. Like I said, you do it how you want to do it and how it makes you comfortable. There's no wrong or right way to do things. Well, I guess there could be, but when it's a project of yours, you know, as long as it's sturdy, it's safe, go for it. Put another one in here. Actually, when it comes to screwing in screws, I mean, as long as you're not cracking your wood, do it how you see fit. It's going to be probably one of my longer videos, because we're actually doing some physical stuff now. This is what I planned on getting into eventually, you know, because like I said, I got some big projects coming up when it starts warming up. The roof on this, I got to go out and get the roof. Whatever my brother's going to need for the, like, I don't know if he's going to need drip edge and all that good stuff, but we'll get everything he needs. And we got the tar somewhere around here. In fact, I think it's, if I'm correct, I have a big thing of tar left over from when we did the kitchen. We had a leak in my kitchen. We took care of that. I don't see it. I'll have to look for it, but tar for the road roofing, you tar everything over. It's a messy job, that's for sure. We can pull this off and position this one so we can get her there. We'll put in a clamp on that. That holds you in place, because like I said, if you're doing it by yourself, it helps to have clamps. It's like having an extra hand. So, and I do a lot of this stuff on my own. So, like I said, I'll even some. Once I get the braces in, I'll even all that up, because this was kind of moved on me a bit. So, like I said, my floors are on level, but once I put that in, I'll drive that in, and I'll try to clamp that down so it doesn't move. Yeah, I didn't like that. That didn't stay where I wanted it. So I'll screw that down. Well, that's another issue. That board's a little warped. Like I said, I'll put the brace in there when I brace it, and we'll actually what I'll do, I'll put a screw in. We'll see where it's at, and you can see it's offset a little bit. Like I said, it'll all get straightened up once we actually know what I could do. I don't like doing that. What I'll probably do, we can drill in that far. Here's what we'll do. There's always a way to compromise a little bit. I will put a pre-drilled hole there. I'll put a screw in there and hold that in place. And I think I had to do that in one of the legs too. Like I said, whatever is clever, I guess. There it is. So now we're in place. See that? Put a little screw down there, held that in place, straighten it up, and now we can pre-drill the hole for the rest of it. We'll put one here. one in for now because I got to move my clamp there because it's going to be in my way. I'm not liking to go sideways on my screws. So and there we go. See how it's coming together. And then once I put the brace in and brace it to this side, and of course we're going to brace this side, and then I'll have the other leg over here. All this, if I could brace this too if I wanted, but I don't. I think we're going to be okay with bracing these sections. I think it'll be all right. Let's see where we're at on this. That's pretty level. Oh yeah, that's really good. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's not bad. I mean, can't expect it to be perfect. Like I said, nothing is level here. So my floors are, like I said, I might do some concreting in here and fill in some of these small holes because it's like somebody blacktopped it and then put the garage on it. So yeah, I'll probably fill some of this. I might take some 2x4s and clamp them, screw them together, and put a spot in there and just dump the concrete. That way I can even everything out, make sure it stays even. Just fill these spots and to try to even this floor out a little more. I thought about, if anybody has any ideas, leave some comments below. Like and subscribe, by the way. About a flooring, I'm trying to save money and do it as easy as I can. I know people said there's a rubber floor you could put down and you just spread it around and let it dry. I don't know. If you have any ideas, please shout out to me or give me a comment below. Because I know flooring, if I had to concrete all this, it'd be pretty expensive. And I'm not a big, I've concreted, but I'm not the greatest at it. Excuse me. But I have friends that do it and I could get pointers and all that. I'm not worried about all that. But like I said, I'm going to do this other leg, screw it down. I'll probably come to a close here shortly. We're just going to be attaching another leg and cutting it just like you seen we did the others. And everything seems to be, like I said, if I need to pull this in and move it about, I can always do the same thing with this leg. And I don't want that like that. So I can kick this in a little bit and then bring this in. Like I said, we can run a screw in there and get it. I mean, it's once the brace is in, that'll, like the other one, it'll shear it up and be all right. But like I said, I wanted to get a video out there again. I've been a couple days. I am severe diabetic and my health ain't always where it needs to be. Not to mention I have a genetic heart problem. So, yeah, but good Lord, don't let it slow me down. My prayers to the Lord, and He knows I got work to do on earth yet. So I don't think I'm going anywhere soon. Hopefully not. I am going to be 53 this year, so I'm getting up on age. So we'll just see how we do. Day by day, just keep chucking along. I love woodworking. This is what I love to do. And between my Lord and my woodworking and, you know, my family, that's what it's about. So with that being said, thank you all for watching again. Like and subscribe, leave your comments below. Any comments is a good comment to me. Yeah, I don't want any, you know, bad stuff put down, but, you know, like negative stuff toward me. I guess if you're going to be negative, you're going to be negative. Nothing I can do about it. But like I said, all the comments are comments. So, but God bless you all. Be safe till the next video, and I'll see you then.